An amazing day. It's been an amazing week going to this film festival, and now I'm back going to my regular theaters and seeing actually a movie that probably played at a film festival at one time, but actually it got a decent release this weekend and I've been looking forward to it for a while. It's called The Rover, and it's from a director who made a film in 2010 which I felt was one of the best films of 2010. That was called Animal Kingdom, and this is his follow-up to it. The film is written by him. I can't pronounce his name. I don't remember his name exactly. I know it's David something. He actually wrote this film with Joel Edgerton, who's an actor who wrote a movie called The Square, and I think he was also in Animal Kingdom. This movie stars Guy Pearce, Robert Pattinson from Twilight, and Scoot McNairy. It's a film about the future, but it's not a happy future. It's centered in Australia. It's an Australian-made film, but it's centered in Australia, and it's according to the credits in the beginning of the movie, it is 10 years after the collapse. I'm assuming that's some sort of end-of-the-world scenario that just happened, and now it's been 10 years after the world ended, and let's just say the world is not in a very good situation. Guy Pearce's character is in not a very good situation because his car gets stolen by a group of criminals, and he goes on this adventure to try and get his car back for some specific reason that you find out as you watch the movie. But he enlists the help of a man played by Robert Pattinson, who is actually the brother of those criminals, one of the criminals that is, and they go on this kind of road trip through Australia, through the outback, as he's trying to get his car. And as we learn throughout this film what his whole motivation is, what's the reason that he needs this car so badly, and why is he in this situation? What's wrong with him? You know, he's a very quiet to himself individual, and Robert Pattinson plays this slow-minded guy who is just along for the ride. I was really, again, very excited to see this movie because I really enjoyed Animal Kingdom, and the trailers look really good, and I was really happy that this movie is actually playing really close to my area because I've been very, very interested to see it, and I'm glad I finally saw the film. It's a great film. It's really well made. There's some really eerie music to it. The locations and the cinematography really get you involved into this whole movie. It's like a character in itself. And Guy Pearce and even Robert Pattinson, who's not bad in this film, he might be my only complaint about the movie. He doesn't fit too well in this film. As well, he is actually okay as well. You know, he's good. He's good. He's not great. He's probably my least enjoyment aspect of this movie that I did not like. But, you know, I like him, but it's really weird. Sometimes I didn't really understand what he was saying. He plays like this slow-minded character that is just, you know, feels betrayed by his brother for a situation that happens in this film as well. So there's like this kind of team. There's like, you know, Guy Pearce's character and Robert Pattinson kind of become a team to find this situation, to find this his car. What am I trying to say? And, you know, you're along for the ride, and it's really compelling. It's very slow. This is a very slow-burning kind of film, so it'll definitely test the patience of most audience members. But I think if you really give it your attention, your all, you're going to be really interested because I love how dark this movie was and dreary. It's very, very dirty. It's a very, very dirty film. And I'm not saying dirty like gross, like, you know, wrong, like evil, whatever, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's just, you feel dirty after watching it, because it's just, we're out in the dirt, we're out in the backlands, and we're in the mud, we're in the grime, and this is not a happy story. I will just say right now, this is not a happy story, and if you're not really into that kind of stuff, I could not recommend the movie to you, but if you're into these kind of movies where you don't know what to make of it, you don't know where you're actually headed. I mean, it's not a predictable film, and the last moments of the film were probably the most interesting moments of the film. Those last final frames where I was like, oh, so that's, oh wow, okay, I see why. You know, it's just a very compelling film, and it's directed well. I'm really looking forward to where this director goes from here. The acting by everybody involved, even Scoot McNairy, who has a small part in the film, he's really good. And, you know, I give a hard time to Robert. You know, he's the guy from Twilight, and he's not a really great actor, but he's good in the film as well. I wish he could be better, but, you know, you get what you can get. But Guy Pearce, he's the star of this film, and he owns it. Every scene that he's in, he owns the film. It's his movie, and I highly recommend the film. I mean, if you love cinema, if you love these really dark, dreary kind of films where there may not be a happy ending, maybe, may not be, who knows, I think this movie is definitely for you. Definitely check it out. It's playing in theaters all over the US right now. It's playing in definitely almost every theater that I know of in my area. It's playing right now, so that's a pretty good release, especially here in California. So, especially for a small movie, a movie that probably did play at one time at a film festival. But I'm glad it got a wide release. I'm glad I saw it. It's great. It's definitely worth watching and supporting. And I'm going to give the Rover 3.5 stars out of 4. I'm MovieManCHAD. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm on Facebook. And please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. Also go to Long Beach Acting and Film Association right here on Facebook and Twitter. Please also go to MoviePilot.com. And if you've enjoyed this video review, even though I've made lots of mistakes, so I have no idea what I'm talking about sometimes, but I do try, and I love film. I live film. I breathe film. It's just a lot of fun. I just love it so much. And if you love it as well, please subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. Again, thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you at my next movie review. In the meantime, have a great night, a wonderful day, and a wonderful life, and I'll see you at my next movie review. Peace be with you, my friends.